Hey Sagittarius, how's it going? Let's pull some cards for you for the next week or so. Everybody's been feeling kind of funky lately, and the astrologers are all attributing it to all of the stuff that's going on. I don't know much about astrology, so I'm not going to delve into that. There's a site, a channel, Pam Gregory has some really nice explanations of the conjunctions and the eclipses and all that good stuff, things that are happening in the month of December. And then there's another astrologer that's interesting to me. His name is Akucha Baba or Baba. It's Acyuta. He's got some really interesting takes on the astrology of December. So if you're into that, check it out. I'm just going to pull some cards for you, Sagittarius. Last time your cards had me in tears, getting really emotional, so hopefully that won't happen again because I don't want to cry tonight. But we're just going to pull some cards and see what's transpiring for you over the next week or so. Okay, and I'm going to just freeform it. We'll see what comes out, what Spirit wants to talk to us. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Guardian Angels. Thank you, Ancestors. What do you want to talk to Saggies about today? What's going on with Sag over the next week or so? Well, we got a bunch of cards that popped out. The High Priestess. Ten of Cups. Princess of Wands. Princess of Wands popped out for you in the pre-shuffle too. Ten of Wands. The Sun. And the Knight of Wands. Okay, so let's take a look at this progression right here. What we got going on for you, Sagittarius. Hopefully you can see these cards. Okay, first we'll start with the High Priestess. High Priestess, of course, being connected to the moon, and I believe I think it's a solar eclipse. As I said, I'm not going to get into the astrology, but that's not, my eyes just cross, and I just don't understand what people are talking about when they do the when they talk about trines and sextiles and conjunctions. I don't get it. But anyway, we've got the High Priestess here talking about intuition, self-trust, self-resourcefulness. She's connected to the moon, all the creative aspects of the moon, all the positive aspects of the moon, but she can also talk about hidden secrets being revealed and things not being completely as they seem to be. So it's time to really trust your intuition, your own strength, your own abilities. This is a time when you rely on yourself, Sagittarius. And I think you've been doing that. You've got the Ten of Cups coming in next. So you've been living in this really, things have been good emotionally for you recently, Sagittarius. Happy family, happy home. Just a lot of good. You can see this card, the rainbow there, the phoenix. So things, may have been a little difficult, but things are really going great now. This talks about emotional contentment, satisfaction, happiness that comes from deep within and radiates out into all aspects of your life. The Ten of Cups is moving into the Princess of Wands for you, which means that, again, the Princess of Wands, very positive energy. The princess, she releases fear, that tiger there, she's kind of fearless, and she, it's just a really good energy to have this Princess of Wands energy, because it says that you're letting go of any fears you may have had, and you're just acting. The Ten of Wands, here comes my dog into the room. The Ten of Wands saying you're ending whatever burdens you had, you've kind of ended them, because we've got this really great energy, this trusting your intuition, this, which has led to just happiness that's just surrounding your whole being, this sense of real freedom and adventure that has come with the Princess of Wands. You've kind of put an end to your burdens. You've got the Sun coming in and the Knight of Wands. So, you know, Sagittarius, it's just, you're like blessed this month is basically how I feel. I know I think your last reading again also was just very positive. And again, you've just, you know, all this positivity is just amazing. You've got the Sun, which a lot of, you know, tarot card readers believe is the one of the strongest and best cards in the deck. So you've got the Sun and the Knight of Wands. But what this is saying to me is, as you transition from this happiness, this phase, I think work is going to become a little more important to you over the next week or so. The Sun talks a lot about collaborations within work, teamwork. The Knight of Wands talks about taking a leadership position and leading from a sense of leading with morals and ethics, and just being a really being a, like kind of, you know, the guiding light for your team. I'm getting definitely a sense that as you shift from this family bliss, you're going to start spending a little bit more time in work. Yeah, you got the Emperor and the Two of Wands. So the Emperor talks a lot about building. The Emperor is like the architect of the deck, but it also talks about personal power and leadership. And as I was saying before with the Knight of Wands, the Emperor is enlightened leadership. He's leading with out of a sense of service, not out of a sense of selfishness, right? So that goes in with the teamwork, the Knight of Wands, and the Two of Wands, again, talking about harnessing your power. The Two of Wands for me is very much a card of bringing in source and harnessing it. Lots of times Two of Wands speak of decisions as well. You're going to want to make sure that you're on the moral you're taking the moral high ground when you make whatever decision is coming, or as you lead your team. I'm seeing a lot of the need for taking the high ground. You've got the Five of Coins coming in. Five of Coins talking about feeling left out in the cold, but I think that this is important, that the advice here with the surrounding cards is telling you not to dwell on any negativities that you may see within your group or within yourself, right? Focus on the positive as you move forward in this collaborative effort that you're engaged in. Yeah, Two of Cups, so you need to be sure that you got a lot of twos here. You need to be sure that you're acting out of a place of love when you lead. I'm really getting this as a sense of teamwork and project-based stuff. We've got the Two of Cups coming in, so there may be love coming in for some of you. What's going on with this Two of Cups? Let's see, what's the Two of Cups talking about? Two of Cups talking about the Moon and the Six of Coins. So if we're talking about work, again, things are not as they seem. Don't be thrown off by minor disappointments. Six of Coins, it's going to be important that you keep balance. If we're talking about love, again, things may not be what they seem to be in love here for you, Sag. It's going to be important that you make sure that this new relationship is balanced. And that you're keeping your own balance. I'm not getting a sense, because I do have the Ace of Wands here, so I'm not getting a sense that there's deceit on your partners. And what I am getting is that you may be so enamored with your partner right now that you're not seeing clearly your responsibilities outside of that relationship. So make sure that you're not overgiving in this new relationship that you have, Sagittarius. Make sure that you're keeping a balance in all parts of your life. I think that's going to be important. Yeah, the Four of Wands, because I do see this, if we're talking relationship, So for those of you where the Two of Cups we were talking about relationship, this could lead to marriage, this Four of Wands, or it'll definitely lead to the next level in your relationship. A lot of tarot card readers like to talk about the Four of Wands as being a card of marriage, but for me the Four of Wands is also very much a card of reaching a level of success, but not reaching completion with it, right? So it's kind of like maybe you get engaged but not quite married. It's that kind of thing with the Four of Wands. I may have said Four of Cups earlier because I was thinking Two of Cups, but I mean the Four of Wands. Yeah, the Death card coming in for you. Big transition coming in soon, but coming in for everybody, right? So not just not just for you, Sagittarius. You may be involved with a Scorpio. Death card, release, detachment, letting go, and moving forward. Why the Death card, please? Why the Death card for Sagittarius? Nine of Coins. So you're transitioning into yeah, just more security, success in career, independence. The Magician, the Ten of Swords, and the King of Cups showing up. So, you know, I'm getting a warning sign for some of you with that balance, that Six of Cups card. Make sure that you are receiving as much as you give. If you're not, there's a new beginning coming in for you. Make sure that you're not overwhelming. You're not being overwhelmed by this one relationship. For these cards, the Magician, the Ten of Swords, the King of Cups, this is telling me that this person really isn't on the up and up. King of Cups is not my personal favorite card to get in a relationship reading. King of Cups, he's kind of wishy-washy, he's fickle, he's self-centered, he can't make up his mind, and the Magician can sometimes talk about a little bit of little bit of trickery going on in there. Let me pull these cards, because, you know, I've been so serious lately. I'm just going to pull these fun cards. Yeah, and I just got the Six of Wands there. So you are getting some kind of recognition coming in for you. Nine of Pentacles again with the King of Cups. Telling me, you know, if for some of you, if you do get news that... So Nine of Pentacles is always a card for me of being single and independent. And and then you're getting the King of Cups. I'm feeling like there's something better out there for you, Sagittarius, for those of you who are just dating around, and who aren't in, you know, committed relationships. I feel like if you find out some stuff about this person you're dating that you're not so keen on, just move on, you know, move on. There's something better out there for you. Okay. All right, let me pull out some Moonology cards. I'm getting for most of you, this is going to be a concentrated work week coming up over the next week. What's the overall advice for Sagittarius for the next week or so? What's the overall advice, please, Spirit, for Sagittarius the next week or so? We got luck is on your side. New moon in Sagittarius. For you, Sagittarius, I love it. We also got it's time to release negativity. Yep, time to think positively, come from a place of love. Yeah, and then for those going back, because, you know, we've got the first half is talking about career for me, very much talking about career and just your overall sense of empowerment and happiness, and just, you know, being in this excellent, high vibrating, blissful state. That's the beginning part. For your work situation, whatever this teamwork situation is, it's time to release that negativity. If there, you know, if a little bit crops in, don't dwell on the On the negative points, keep it positive because your team is looking for you, at you to lead, right? And remember, you're going to need to lead with that enlightened leadership style. It's going to be important for you. And as we moved into the end with the singles for the love relationship, we got nothing. Nothing will come out of this situation. So just, that's not for all of you, obviously. I don't like to tell you, we all have free will and we all do what we want with our relationships. But for some of you, I think there's somebody out there that needs to hear that they need to listen to their intuition. And if something feels off and wrong, trust your intuition, move on, okay? Something better is coming for you. Let's pull a Nature's Whispers Oracle card for you for the next week or so, Sagittarius, and then we'll call this a night. This is just a week spread, right? Just covering the next week or so up until the middle of the month. So let's just keep that in mind. Look at this beautiful card. All right, Sagittarius, you got 2 cards that popped out here for you. Let love be your beacon. And make a wish. Okay, this let love be your beacon card, very much a card to me that reminds me of the Hermit card. She's holding the lantern here. That looks to me like the lantern and the star and the Hermit. This is very much a card. To me, it's speaking of balance. It's speaking to me of trusting your inner knowing, loving. When it says let love be your beacon, loving not just others, but loving yourself as well. Sagittarius, make sure that when you act out of a place of love for all involved. And make a wish. Time for you to trust that your manifestations are coming true. We have that really high, you're in that high energy, high vibrating space of being the High Priestess and the 10 of Cups. And that is just, extraordinary. Take advantage of it. It's going to be important over the next week for you, Sagittarius, and for all the signs, but especially for you right now, to keep your emotions vibrating high, keep your thoughts positive, make a wish, right? Because all the astrologers are saying that as we head into this time of this massive conjunction that's happening closer to the end of the month, mid-end of month, the reality that we focus on is going to be the reality that we're going to be living in for the next couple of years. I've heard a few psychics and mystics say that, and I sense it too. I kind of feel it. So make a wish, all right? Now's the time to bring in to your world and your life and your reality, bring into the 3D everything that you want to bring in. Keep your thoughts positive, okay? And make sure that when you're doing that, you're also considering not just the needs of those around you, but you're considering your own needs as well, okay? Very important that you do that. All right, Sagittarius, I hope you found this helpful, and I will catch you next time.